Gentleman Wolf. Written by Joanna Chambers. Read by Hamish Mckinlay. Prologue. McCormick's Keep, Achenvaig, Scotland. March 1682. Awareness returned to Lindsay, one sensation at a time. First, the dank, rough stone beneath his cheek, then the stale, chill air of the dungeon. The pain came last, when he tried to move his thin and wasted body. The agony of movement forced an inhuman noise from him, like the whimper of a dog. A cur. Swallowing, he tasted blood, sharp and metallic on his tongue. He tried to open his eyes, but only managed the right one. The left stayed stubbornly closed. Not that there was anything to see down here. The thick, soupy darkness of the dungeon was all too familiar to him. He'd lost track of how many years, or decades, he'd spent being thrown into and plucked out of this putrid hole, over and over. A plaything to be used for his master's entertainment. For all that time, his life had been nothing but shadows and madness and pain. And the pain was very far from being the worst of those things. Sometimes he even welcomed it. At least pain anchored him in the here and now. When it faded, there was nothing. Endless, immeasurable nothing. And no way of counting the hours or days or weeks. An ordinary man would have perished long ago from such treatment. But Lindsay was no longer an ordinary man. Though what he now was, he did not fully understand. When first he'd come to the keep, he'd been a handsome, vain young officer, so fine in his uniform, so proud of his looks. He could scarcely remember that laughing, beautiful boy anymore. Over the decades of incarceration, his uniform had turned to rags and fallen from his wasted form. Now he was a sorry, naked creature.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?